Welcome to Real Rockford Files, for tales of the paranormal, supernatural, and the flat-out unbelievable. Today I'm going to do something new. I'll be reading two scary stories created by AI with my instructions. The first being the classic monster under the bed, and the second being a haunting with a twist. Now, let's get into it. Story 1. Underneath. Every night, 7-year-old Lily told her parents the same thing. There's a monster under my bed. And every night, her father would kneel, lift the covers, and shine a flashlight underneath. See? Nothing there, Lily. Just shadows and dust. But Lily knew better. It started a few weeks ago. She'd hear breathing, low, heavy, just below her mattress. Sometimes she swore she heard it talking. Lily, don't look. She tried to ignore it, pulled the blankets over her head, hummed lullabies, plugged her ears, but one night she made a mistake. She looked. She leaned over the edge of her bed, heart pounding, and lifted the covers. In the pitch-black space beneath, something looked back, not with eyes, but with awareness. A thick, wet voice whispered, "Now you've seen me." She screamed. Her parents ran in, flipped the light on, but by then it was just shadows again. They gave her a nightlight. They checked under the bed. They even let the dog sleep in her room. But each night the dog growled, stared at the bed, refused to go near it. Lily started sleeping on the floor. That's when the whispers came from above. "Not fair, Lily. Come back. We were having fun." One night, her parents found her in the hallway, curled up in the corner, fingernails torn, whispering, "It doesn't like being ignored." That night, her father sat beside her bed until she fell asleep. He stayed until midnight, then quietly left. By morning, Lily was gone. Gone without a sound, no forced window, no footprints, just a small handprint under the bed. The police searched for weeks. Flyers, questions, tears, they never found her. But every now and again, a child goes missing in that neighborhood. Quietly, without struggle, just disappears. Sometimes at night, you're in the right room at the wrong time. You might hear breathing beneath your bed, or a soft, wet whisper, "Lily isn't alone anymore." Story 2. The man in apartment 6B. Elliot lived alone in apartment 6B. He didn't mind the silence. It was better than the noise of the world outside. Since losing his job and his parents in the same year, solitude had become his sanctuary. The apartment was small, dim, and smelled faintly of dust and old paper, but it was his. At night, he'd hear them. Footsteps above him, scratching in the walls, faint whispers behind the television. At first he told himself it was just the old building settling, but the noises grew louder, closer. One night he awoke to a rhythmic tapping at the window. 6th floor, no fire escape, just the wind, he thought. But when he looked, there were smudged handprints on the glass. The next night he saw her, a woman standing in the hallway mirror, pale, mouth wide open as if screaming, but no sound came out. When he turned around, there was no one there, but a reflection stayed. Elliot started locking the bedroom door at night. He barely slept. Taped crosses above every threshold, burned sage, even called a priest. "Something's in here," he whispered, eyes sunken. "Something's watching me." The landlord said he'd had no other complaints. Then came the voices. "You're not alone. They're coming. She's already inside." He couldn't eat, couldn't think, just sat by the door, holding a knife, waiting for the thing to come back, waiting for the woman in the mirror. Then, one final call, 911. A neighbor heard screaming. The police broke in. The apartment was a wreck. Food rotting, windows blacked out, walls covered in frantic writing. "She's in my head, she's in my head, she's in my head." They found Elliot in the bathtub, unmoving, eyes wide open, A smile carved into his face with a shard of mirror. But there was no woman, no handprints, no demon, just Elliot, alone. He had stopped taking his medication 6 months ago, diagnosed with paranoid schizophrenia years prior. The people in his life, his doctor, his sister, his friends, had all tried to help, but he shut them out. He thought they were part of it, part of her. The woman in the mirror, she never existed. But to Elliot, she was the only thing that felt real. If you enjoyed these stories, don't forget to click like. If you want to support my channel, please share it with your friends. If you want to hear more, don't forget to subscribe.